Okay, today we're going to show you how to start off your mass emailing campaign using the mass AutoMailer. And the way this works is you want to start off using several ghost email accounts, and the goal is to use their email SMTP servers to send your email, and this sends individually instead of bulk, because if you send it bulk, you're gonna flag your ISP and your email server, and they may disable your email account for sending out too many emails at one time. A lot of email servers have an unlimited amount of individually sent emails. Some have a 500 email limit, and if this is the case, this is why you want to make several accounts, because if you have 500 email limit, you want to say, if you wanted to send 1,000 emails and you wanted to use and you had a 500 email limit, you want to use 2 accounts to send your 1,000 emails. So you want to start off with an email SMTP server, and we'll start off with Gmail. Alright, and you go down here, look in the window, SMTP, and it shows up. You can use several SMTP servers. The more the merrier, the more you can send, and if you do the math, you can figure out how many emails you can send. Okay, click on that and it populates, and you can fill these areas right here using these windows. That's what we want to do, fill these areas using these windows. And you can do this 2 ways. The first way is the way we just loaded this one, or you can load already previously saved data. And you notice here I have several accounts, and you can do it that way. And it will send email from each one of these accounts that you've made, as long as you got the same password for all of these accounts. You can do that. And now all you need is the login names, and so you can have an infinite amount of login names. As long as they all have the same password, you can use it. And if you do the math, you can figure out how many emails you can send. And so we'll load some. The display names right here will be the actual emails names that will show up in the email header. So you'll get an email from Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, Foghorn Leghorn, and so on. If you want to remove this, you can remove it. If you wanted to put in a more something, that don't seem like a joke to your campaign, you can load it through here. Alright, so you go down here and you want to choose the display name, add, bam, right there. Alright, and so if you was to get some blanks in there, alright, you see the blanks right here. You can get rid of the blanks like that, and that's what you want to do. You want to get rid of the blanks, or when you push the spam send, it's going to automatically get rid of the blanks. So you covered 2 ways. And so your aliases right here, some emails you can send in a cloak email address. They'll show up in the area where the login names is, some accounts, but if they don't, these login names will show up. But you also have the display names in there to kind of throw people off, and when they check their names, that's how they're going to open up. They're going to think these are serious emails, and they're going to open it up, and they're going to look at your message. So this message will be a test, and whatever subject, we'll say do a reply. Okay, Alright, and so that's going to make them. So if you get a message from Dr. Spock and he says, is this the information you was looking for? You might open it, Donald Allen or Dr. Yates. Those are serious emails, and that, or what you can do is you can actually copy and paste from another program. Alright, put it right there, and you're going to add those. Alright, so you can get an email from all these guys as well. Dick Enberg, Wolf Blitzer, Dan Rather, and so on. Alright, so now you want to get your emails. And by the way, if you have a saved message, you can always open it up from right here and you can save it, whatever you want to do. So now we're going to get our emails. Alright, and look at that, it populates right there. And all these fine emails are going to be sent, 344 of them. They're going to be sent to this message will be sent to all of these addresses. Now we're not going to send those because I want to show you how this thing works. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear those out, and we're going to send to this one just to show you how it works. So we're going to get email, and we're going to send it there, and we're going to send it there about 9 times. Let's just show you how these different names populate. We'll send it 10 times. Alright, and so don't forget your password right here for each account. For each one of these accounts, it's going to send. As soon as you press send, all these things will populate right here, and we're ready to send our spam-free mail. And like I said, these things, emails go individually, and when they go individually, many email servers are to infinity with individual emails, as long as you don't start sending by bulk. And that's how you get flagged, that's how you lose your services, and the whole nine. So we'll just wait for these emails to send. There is a 8-second delay, and that's just so the program can log in and then log out of the email accounts that you've chosen. You got to remember that if you log in and log out too quickly, that's another flag. And this thing randomly rotates. It randomly rotates through all these names. And so we're just going to show you how the stop send works. Stop send, you can mark your spot where you were at. If you had 344 emails, you can just stop at the last one right there, and so forth. Know that you stopped there, and then you can restart. Keep in mind that the SMTP Gmail has to match the server port right here. If you wanted to change your port, you could. You could, you can backspace it or delete it and put in your own port number. And it just goes on. Watch this title right here. It'll change. It'll rotate through the different titles along with the aliases and the login names. But it's at random, so it'll do it randomly. Dr. Stephen Yates. Sometimes it'll do 2 in a row, sometimes it'll do 1, but it rotates at random. That's what it's for. just to make sure that your email server don't draw the flags. And you can have this thing run in the background while you're doing other things and so forth. Okay, the last email has been sent and our mass emailing campaign is complete, and what we're going to do is we're going to check the email address we sent it to. This is supposed to represent many emails, but we're just going to do this one just to show you. Okay, so here we go. All right there. So you got Mickey Mouse, Regis Philbus, Donald Duck, and all those guys are right there. Is the information you was looking for, and then we're going to check. This is a test, and that is the mass animailer.